If you want to upgrade to Windows 10 on your PC or tablet, the minimum hardware you will need: processor 1 GHz or faster, RAM 1 GB for 32-bit OS or 2 GB for 64-bit OS, hard disk 16 GB for 32-bit OS, 20 GB for 64-bit OS, graphics card DirectX 9 or later with WDDM 1.0 driver, display 800 by 600. On minimum requirements, technically Windows 10 doesn't win this category, but requiring a PC with no greater minimum specifications than both 2 years old Windows 8 and 5 years old Windows 7, Microsoft deserves great credit. My guess is major motivator for Microsoft here was that Windows 10 needs to run smoothly on both phones and tablets, as well as PCs. That should make it efficient enough to run on most PCs these days, with the exception of some very old Windows XP machines. Let us take a look and compare Windows 7 versus Windows 8 versus Windows 10 on system requirement. Okay, on Windows 7, processor requirement 1 GHz or faster. Windows 8, 1 GHz or faster. And Windows 10, 1 GHz or faster. Now let's compare the RAM. On Windows 7, 1 GB for 32-bit OS or 2 GB for 64-bit OS. On Windows 8, same, 1 GB for 32-bit OS, 2 GB for 64-bit OS. And on Windows 10, same, 1 GB for 32-bit or 2 GB for 64-bit OS. Let's compare the hard drive. 16 GB for 32 and 20 GB for 64-bit OS. On Windows 8, 16 GB for 32 or 20 GB for 64-bit. And on Windows 10, 16 GB for 32 and 20 GB for 64-bit OS. Graphics card. Windows 7 DirectX graphics device with WDDM 1.0 driver. Windows 8 is the same, DirectX 9 with WDDM 1.0 driver. And Windows 10, same, DirectX 9 or later and WDDM 1.0 driver. So as you could see, Windows 10 requirements are virtually same as Windows 7 and Windows 8. So my guess is hardware companies are not that excited about Windows 10 because most of the PCs they sold in the last 5 years all will be able to run Windows 10 on those machines. Thank you.